Hello everyone, welcome to Integrated Math 2 as we discuss volumes of prisms. And I love this one. This is kind of like the volume of the cylinder, but in prisms. So make sure that you put your first and last name on your assignment as well as your period number. So the volume of a prism is the area of the base times how many times does it repeat its height. So the base is different depending on what shape repeats. If it's a triangle, it's going to repeat the triangle this many times. If it is a circle, it's going to repeat the circle this many times. If it is a square, it's going to repeat the square this many times. If it is a rectangle, it's going to repeat the area of a rectangle this many times. So, which one repeats? We have to figure that out. So, I know it says square. So, technically, we know which one repeats. It's whatever looks like a square. But we do a check. Left, top, bottom, left, right. Which one repeats? So, if I look right here, I see I have 7 and 7. And I see on the bottom, I have 7 and 7. So the top face and the bottom face are congruent shapes and they repeat a certain number of times. So the volume of this is going to equal the area of the base times its height. The area of this base is going to be 7 feet times 7 feet. And the height is 9 feet. So right off the bat, I know it's cubic feet because feet times feet times feet is feet to the power of 3. Okay, well now I just need to figure out what's 7 times 7 times 9. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, hey, it's okay to use a calculator. 7, let's clear it up. 7 times 7 times 9 is 441. Cool. So the volume of this square prism is 441 cubic feet. Let's go on. But before we go on, what are we counting when we're counting volume? We are counting little cubes. Little boxes. Let's go down. Now, rectangular prism is the same thing. What repeats? Now, if we're looking at this, we actually have two different choices. We could be like, all right, I have this 12 by 2, and then it goes to this other rectangle that's 12 by 2. It just depends on what are we labeling the face and what are we labeling the height. So which one's the face? I mean, the other one we could say is, hey, it's 18 by 12 and it repeats for 2 meters. So it's either, hey, we have a face 12 by 2 and it repeats 18 meters, or, hey, this is 12 by 18 and it repeats 2 meters. Does it matter? No, we just have to figure out what shape repeats. And we'll see this more when we do like triangles, or if we do like rhombuses. Like we can notice and be like, oh, this is it. If it's a rectangular prism with, with like 90-degree angles, it's like, oh, any of these could work, but shh, just go with it. So the volume of this guy is equal to the area of the base times its height. Hey, let's do the 18 by 12. So it's 18 meters times 12 meters times the height. Make sure you put this parentheses so we know this is the area, the shape that repeats. And how many times does it repeat? It repeats for 2 meters. So once again, we just get our handy dandy calculator and do 18 times 12 times 2. And we'll get 432 as our result. But no, what are we counting? We're counting little boxes, cubics, meters. All right, guys, let's go on to the next one. So make sure you get 9 and 10 right, but we have to go to triangular prisms. So if we're looking at this, and we're looking at this, all right, this rectangle, does it repeat? Keep going on and on and on and on? No, because as it goes from here this way, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It doesn't repeat, so we have to erase that. Okay, so it doesn't repeat this way. Okay, how about this? Does this repeat? And it goes this way. Well, no. As it goes this way, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. We're like, okay. We don't even have to test this one. As we go this way, it gets shorter. So we're like, wait a second. It's not repeating. Well, it is. It is repeating. It's actually repeating as a triangle going down. Or it's repeating as a triangle going up. Because the area of this is on both sides. We have to pick one of the faces and go down. So the area of this looks like it's going to be 16 times 12. So the area, the volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. But the area of this base is 1/2. It looks like it's 16 meters. So it's base little b times height times how many times it repeats. So the volume is equal to 1/2 12 km, kilometers, times this little height, 16. And how many times does it repeat? 12, right here. Repeats for 12. And so now I have to multiply all of these and then divide by 2, or just do times this times this times this times 1/2. So let's do it. Let's get our calculator out, clear it up. 0.5 times 12 times 16 times 12. Oop. I like this one because I can go ahead and fix it before hitting enter. So I have 1152, but that's not the volume. The volume is 1152 cubic kilometers. All right, guys, make sure you catch the area of the base. And how do you find the area of the base? Well, for triangles, it's 1/2 of the base times the height, but not the height of the shape. Well, not the shape of the 3D shape, the height of the 2D shape. Then you have to take all that and see how many times does it repeat, also known as the height of the 3D shape. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in class. Bye.